Hello everyone, Seymour Better here with ChristianEyewear.com. But call me Mo Better, because I'm have you seeing Mo Better looking Mo Better and show everyone else how I bring God's love and feeling back to glasses. When I cut non-prescription lenses with Zeiss DuraVision Blue Protect Anti-Glare, because I've had so much request. This is July 2020, hopefully it's towards the end of the coronavirus. So many people are having to work from home in front of their computers, really bothered by blue light now, getting eye fatigue, eye strain. So I can do non-prescription, zero power DuraVision Blue Protect from Zeiss. You're getting the sunglass level protection in a clear lens, but I'm offering it in my frame, which is the Christian Eyewear. This is model number John 3:16. This is color 3, the majestic purple, because as in the 55 eye size, as the Roman soldiers were marching Jesus through the maze of streets with carrying the cross, beating him, the crown of thorns, they threw a purple robe on him. And this idea came to me, this project, when I was sitting last year, 2019, in Easter services. I was noticing everyone who had Christian jewelry on, from necklaces to bracelets to earrings, men with Christian ties. And I thought, why does no one put a cross on a pair of eyeglasses? So that's how I got started. This is my project, and I had to start with John 3:16, the most significant passage to me. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that we may, I'm nervous, I'm sorry, forgive me, that we may enter heaven. I'm not a theologian. It has become apparent of that, but you know what John 3:16 is. I'm an optician. Let me begin by cutting lenses. Now, I should start off by saying I am a licensed optician. I went to college for this. I passed the state board exam. I have 21 years experience in the field. I have personally cut tens of thousands of pairs of glasses for people in my community over the years. And now I begin to offer those to you online. And again, share this video on your social network, your social media networks, any platforms that you use, so other faithful followers get a chance to see this. I am new. I am literally the proverbial David competing with the corporate Goliaths out there, and you guys would help me go a long way into helping me with my calling. So I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses. Now, this is a size 55 with polarized brown sunglass lenses. The way you can tell if lenses are polarized, and I offer these as non-prescription sunglasses. Or, as I'm going to do, we're going to do these with the clear lenses in them. But the way to test, you hear the term polar opposites. When you take one lens and hold it over the other, you can see through it. But you hear the term polar opposites, you turn it 90 degrees away, and it will block all light. That's how you can tell if a lens is polarized or not. So, I'm going to pop out the original demo lenses. I'm going to place the frame into the tracing element of my blocker. Hang on here. And I'm going to hit start. Little stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at ChristianEyewear.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. You buy any frame that I offer, my own brands, Ray-Ban, Polo, Oakley, Versace, Silhouette. I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses, or in this case, non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase. Now, I am not in network for insurances. I do not accept any network, so you will get your out-of-network reimbursement, but you'll get the full reimbursement from your health savings account flex dollars. So I've traced the shape into the computer. That green line is the right lens. We're going to move on to the next screen. Now, if these were prescription lenses, I would enter your pupillary distance, the width between your eyes, and the optical center, the vertical measurements. Just like the crosshairs of a scope, I measure vertically and horizontally to make sure the optical centers are dead center in front of your pupil, but because these are non-prescription lenses, not as critical. So I am going to minify this so we can see the lens I'm working on. I'm going to take the lens out of the protective packet that it comes in, and of course you will receive all the manufacturer's original packaging. so you know you're getting the real thing. I'm going to take this out, place the lens onto the platform, and I just want to make sure it's centered. I want to make sure it's large enough to fit. I always put it right in the center. Now, if these were prescription lenses, I would go to my Marco 101 lensometer, put 3 dots on your lenses. That would tell me that it's oriented in there just perfectly. But for this non-prescription lens, it does not matter. Now, this is a block, or as I like to call it, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. So I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got them here. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to stick that onto the first block. Do the same thing now on the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. That silver button on the back, that is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. And I'm just going to get the lens centered. Hit that button, the arm comes down, places the block on what will be the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left lens. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Take the lens out of the protective packet. That one's empty. Let's try this one. So we're going to place that there. And now that is complete. And the other thing I always like to do is I highlight the power of every lens so you know what you are getting. Of course, these are no power lenses. It says that the DuraVision Blue Protect. The other nice thing, the AS stands for aspheric, which simply means not spherical. A spherical lens is round in every direction, giving you an ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance. These aspheric just means it's flatter. Now, these are the thinner, lighter weight lenses, but it's also flatter to fit in today's flatter curvature frames to give you a better cosmetic look. So, same thing, no power, DuraVision Blue Protect, and this was the right lens. Now, if these had power, that would matter. This doesn't matter since there's no power in either lens, but still out of habit. That's the right lens. This is the left lens, and you're going to receive all the manufacturer's original packaging so you can verify that that's exactly what you got. And if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. Free bad jokes with every pair of glasses sold. Now, this is what traces the frame. This is the blocker. This is what's known as the edger. This costs $40,000 combined. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home, and you won't need this guy with the 2 thumbs and the bad dad jokes to cut the lenses for you. But the actual cutting wheel is this diamond crusted wheel that's going to grind away your lens material until it's the final size. This wheel in the center that has that channel, that little valley, that's what's going to put the V-shaped bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Now I'm going to wake up the computer to essentially transfer all the data from here to here. These are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic, or Trivex, I would select that. But we're going to stick with polycarbonate, and I'll tell you more about that material later. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens because it's not going to be seen in this frame. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to place one on the rear concave surface of the lens. Now, if any portion of this lens were to protrude from the frame, which it won't, but I do cut very strong powers all day long for free, and that is a little more critical should any portion of this lens protrude from the back of the frame. But the reason why I put a safety bevel on the back surface, even though it won't protrude, I will show you in just a moment. But now the magnet's going to do its job its second time tonight. It's going to hold it in place in the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it chuck. Have I mentioned free bad jokes with every pair of glasses sold? So I'm going to hit the green start button. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame on the first go round. And you can see this is tracing the shape of the right lens. And the old carpenter saying, measure twice, cut once, is measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, which again, you will have none in this frame. Now the lens will drop down onto the cutting wheel. The light you see flickering in the back is water. That's there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Your material, the polycarbonate, cuts dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens while it is cutting, unlike plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex, which is different lens materials that cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lenses for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now, water will spray onto these lenses, but only for the last 20 seconds. to wash away any optical debris that you may see beginning to form on the edge of the lenses. As I mentioned, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. These are high impact ballistics grade lens material. Excuse me, a little sawdust floating around. This is the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. It also, speaking of protection, it has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin. Well, your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so this is permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that have to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. Now, your lens is completely flat. It's just about to get the V-shaped bevel. Speaking of UV protection, Zeiss has partnered with the American Cancer Society because they offer the most complete UV protection of any lens. They offer protection all the way up to 400 nanometers of wavelength. Every other company stops at 380. So that's why they have partnered with the American Cancer Society, because they offer the most protection. Now, the Zeiss Blue Protect is an anti-glare coating. By the way, you can see the water spraying, which tells me it's going to last 20 seconds. The anti-glare coating is 3 treatments. The first treatment is it reduces glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead lights, and fluorescent lights. Now, the second feature, it goes by the initials ARC, which stands for anti-reflective coating. So it reduces reflection. So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses, such as a lens without the anti-glare coating. So it makes for much better eye contact. Plus, if you take a selfie, you're less likely to see your phone in the lens, or if someone takes a picture with a flash, you're less likely to see that flash light up in the lens. Now, the third feature is it comes with the industry's hardest scratch coating. The machine that applies the anti-glare, it literally vaporizes 8 different coatings onto your lens. So because of the time and the expense, they put the industry's hardest scratch coating on there to protect your time and investment. And again, this is especially formulated. This is the only anti-glare coating that helps reduce the blue light that enters and can affect your retina. The blue light is emitted from today's electronic devices such as cell phones, tablets, computer screens, and cell phones, as well as the #1 source of blue light on the planet, the sun. So they say that it can cause sleep apnea, it can cause ADD in kids, it messes up other things, and could also bring on early onset cataract. So this you have as extra protection, or as I like to call it, sun protection, SON protection, because you have eternal protection from the sun, with the sun. So to see if it fits first time around, I'm going to tuck the lens in. By the way, the reason why I put the safety bevel on the back surface of the lens, even though the front of the lens is not sharp, I want everything extra smooth. That is a very fine grit sanding wheel. And the reason why is, if this may not fit first time around, I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corners. Using my thumbs, I press down at the nose. It does snap in, but I don't want any rough edges to come in contact with your frame to mar the finish or scratch it in any particular way. I am meticulous. I am a perfectionist. You want a perfectionist like me that cuts every pair of lenses that gets shipped worldwide. If I needed to take it down a little bit more, I would have. If the lens were too large, it would cause the frame to stretch, or what we in the industry call roll. If you can imagine your frame being like a gutter, the thinnest part of your lens is at the bottom. This is the thickest parts. Down here, if the lens were too large, it would force the bottom of the lens to roll outwards, giving you an ugly cosmetic look, as well as shortening the life of the frame. And it's a corny saying, but the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra at the beginning, just to make sure that it is perfect. So we can go ahead and take this block off, use my hand-approved drying method, put that back in there, add to my sticker collection, grab the left lens, flip that over to L, place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby. Hit the green start button, the door closes, the clamp shuts. And now it's going to trace, just like before, the stylus is going to trace the shape of the left lens, making sure that it's large enough to go around first time around. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens to know where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. And as promised, you have no edge thickness because these are non-prescription lenses in a thick plastic frame. By the way, where's my Los Angeles Lakers fans at who like the purple and gold? Where's my LSU fans with who won the championship and had the Heisman quarterback? Where's my Minnesota Vikings fans at? Where's my Omega Sci-Fi, the Q-Dogs? Where's my followers at who want the purple and gold? Now, if these were prescription lenses, I would put them in and read the power. In my lensometer, I'm getting 0, which means no power. But this frame, the John 316, comes in a 55 eye size only. It comes in 3 primary colors: black, dogwood, and purple. Now you can get it with silver cross, a metal silver insert cross. This is lasered and painted. You can get silver and silver, or you can get, well, purple and silver or purple and gold. Again, you will see that reoccurring pattern. You can get gold crosses on the sides or silver crosses. There are silver people and there's gold people. There are silver ships and there are gold ships, but there's no ships like friendships. Oh, man. I keep them coming, don't I? Again, the shiny black. You can get it with gold or you can get it with silver. Now, this frame looks familiar, you say. There's a reason. I have worn the Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer for the past 7 to 8 years. One day I woke up and I said, I'm just a cover band. I'm putting lenses in other people's songs. So I wanted to write my own song. So I was greatly influenced by the Ray-Ban 2132, the New Wayfarer. This happens to be color 622, the matte black rubber in the 55 eye size. I'm going to take everything out of the packaging as Ray-Ban sends it to me, the Ray-Ban cleaning cloth. And if you want the Ray-Ban frames, I sell them on the website. I have all the brands. I don't have all the brands listed. The website is very new, so if there's a frame that you want that's not listed, just email me. Go to info@christianeyewear.com and say, hey Seymour, can you get me the Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer? Of course, why would you do that when you can do this frame? And it's got the same shark fin temple, as I call it. Of course, Ray-Ban doesn't put anything on the temple tip. But let me take out the original glass lenses and we will see. Take the lens out, dry it off, and to show you, make sure all the optical sawdust is off the edge of the lens, and to show you how close everything is, I'm going to take the left lens and tuck it into the Ray-Ban frame. That shows you how close it is. Now, it's been said stealing from one is plagiarism. Stealing from many is art. I'm just getting started. I think of the passage from Zechariah where it says, do not despise small beginnings. God likes to see the work begin. I'm only beginning. I'm a licensed optician. I am a faithful follower, and I wanted to include that because I wondered why no one ever put a cross on a frame. I couldn't believe that ChristianEyewear.com was available. Why has no one bothered to do that? So again, I have the side I'm on, working on closest to me. Tuck it in at the outside corner, push down, it snaps right in. Take the block off, pull the sticker away, use my hand-approved drying method. Add to my sticker collection. You can see of all the glasses that I've cut for people, this is just a small portion of the tens of thousands that I have made for people. So again, come down here, let's inspect the lens, make sure there's no power. This is what's known as final inspection, and I'm getting 0, no power whatsoever. Now this is the portion in every video that as I clean, and if these were prescription, I would measure your pupillary distance and the optical center heights, but that's not needed since these are non-prescription. And I'm just going to clean these off, and this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned there's free shipping anywhere in the US. But when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side of the frame is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And I'm part of that 80%, and I'll show you in just a moment. But because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Now when I say wobble, I take mine off, but hang on, I gotta read something. All right, it never ends. Okay, but when I take mine off and I set them on the counter, I press down, and you can see they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. That's because I have one ear that's higher than the other, or do I have one ear that's lower than the other? It's always been a great mystery. But let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing. Flip these over, press down. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, that neither temple is askew. And when I say askew, I mean like that, but one side's higher than the other there. Now, I send out a selfie request in every package. I would love to have that because I want to start getting as many faithful followers on the website as possible so other people can see what they look like and buy in confidence. And again, for anyone who's interested, just go to any store, any Sunglass Hut, any optical shop that sells the Ray-Ban 2132 new Wayfarer in size 55. This frame comes in a 52 and now a 58. I will soon offer mine. Again, as I mentioned, I am the proverbial David. I funded this project entirely. I designed these. I had to pay for a mold for the frames. And as I recoup my money from this venture, I will offer smaller sizes. I will offer these in kid sizes. I will offer these in larger sizes. And many more frames to come. So, again, this is Christian Eyewear, designed in the USA by me. Every pair of lenses is cut in the United States by a licensed optician. This is the John 316 color 3, which is the majestic purple, and in the 55-18 eye size with a 145 temple length. And 145 starts at the center, not from the frame front, not from where there, but from the center of the screw, because there's still a couple more millimeters forward. From the center of the screw back is 145 millimeters. Again, comes in 3 primary colors: black with gold or silver crosses on the frame, dogwood, which is color 2, with gold or silver. And allegedly Jesus was crucified on a dogwood, and God punished the dogwood tree, as the rumor goes, so it's never large enough to make a crucifix from. I'm in North Carolina. They grow in everyone's yard here, and they're beautiful. It has a crucifix flower on the tree, and it even shows the stigmata where the spikes were nailed in. And of course the purple that you've seen, the majestic purple that comes in purple and gold or purple and silver. So go into any store that sells the Ray-Ban 2132 new Wayfarer, try it on. You'll see the size, the fit, and then you can buy with confidence from me, knowing what it's going to look like once you get them. Again, I sell these as non-prescription sunglasses. You can get these with non-prescription clear lenses just for fashion. The frame sells for $149 complete with frame and single vision lenses. You can upgrade to transitions. You can get anti-glare. You can get transitions and anti-glare. You can get polarized sunglasses. You can get polarized with a mirror coating. You can get the transitions extra active lenses that get even darker outside with one of the 5 mirror colors: silver, gold, green, or blue. So not only do they turn dark outside, they will turn a mirrored color outside. Sorry, there's no purple mirror yet, just silver, gold, green, blue, and red. And again, there's no power. I cannot do a traditional line style bifocal. Is $199 complete. The invisible bifocal that comes with a Zeiss Light D, which is a digital freeform progressive lens, for $249 complete. Most optical shops will charge you $249 for a base, a starter progressive. This is the premium Zeiss progressive lens, not these, but the ones I put in there, for $249, and you get the frame with it. So, but if you have any, do me a favor, if you've liked this video, give me the thumbs up. Click the orb and the icon in the bottom right hand side of the screen to subscribe to Christian Eyewear, my YouTube channel. Share this video with other faithful followers so they get a chance to see it. If you know anyone who likes to openly show the world how much they love the Lord and willing to wear the Christian cross, not just as a necklace or pendant, as a bracelet, as earrings, as clothing, but now on glasses. We now have the only one doing Christian eyewear, openly Christian eyewear. And But yeah, please do share this on your social media so more people can see it, because I know I'm repeating myself, but I am that proverbial David competing with corporate Goliaths out there, and it gives me a chance to make more and more frames, reach more and more people, do much more charity and donations to sick kids. I'm also coming out with cancer ribbon eyewear. That's coming in a few more weeks. That was my wife's project. My wife, who I love very much, who challenges me to be the best person I can every day, knew I was doing this. And she comes to me one day and says, if you can put a cross on the side of a frame, can you put a pink ribbon? Because her family has been devastated by breast cancer. 7 of her 8 aunts have gotten breast cancer. Just to show their support, we're going to put a pink ribbon here and here. And again, same colors. There's going to be a black tortoise. It won't be the wood. The wood is reserved for the Christian eyewear, but it'll be a classic tortoise color and this purple with a pink ribbon on the side. And again, every lens cut by a licensed optician here in America, designed in the USA and shipped in America. Now the blue light protection, again, these frames sell for $149 complete with non-prescription or clear single vision prescription lenses. The Zeiss DuraVision Chrome Antiglare is $69. DuraVision Silver, which has a bluish silver hue, is $79. The DuraVision Blue Protect, which has a purplish hue, which quite honestly matches the purple of this frame. It's purple because it works in the ultraviolet spectrum. But this is $99.99, as well as the DuraVision Platinum, which has a bluish hue to the lens. It's known as the Reflex. That too is $99.99. So this frame with the $149 and the Blue Protect is now $248. I'll have to check and see. I may have mathed wrong. Math is not my best subject. So come to think of it, none of them were. But I'm going to try harder than anyone else, and that you can depend on. But thanks again for watching. If you have any questions about what I can or can't do, just email me at info@christianeyewear.com. Follow me on Facebook as Christian Space Eyewear, on Instagram and Twitter as Christian Eyewear with no space. You can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. But thank you for watching, and now hopefully everyone else has gotten a chance to see how I bring God's love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.